Do you have problems using commas? If you do, we're going to fix it right now. It's a simple thing that we can do, but it's going to change your writing and your speaking. First, we'll start with a sentence. My mother's a teacher. Simple subject, verb, it's a complete idea. But if we want to add, we can add to it. So we'll say, my mother, who lives in Arizona, is a teacher. Did you hear that I paused? I paused here, and I paused here. So we need to add commas. In English, they show the pauses, right? Okay. How do we know if we can add commas? Let's try another one. The guy died recently. We have a subject, we have a verb, but the sentence is a little bit strange because which guy? The meaning isn't clear. So we need to add more information. We can do that with an adjective clause. The guy that repairs my car died recently. Now it's totally clear, right? If we try to add commas here, it's a little bit strange. The guy that repairs my car, we don't want to pause. Instead, we should say, the guy that repairs my car died recently. Okay, so now the subject, it's actually this whole thing with no pause. How do we know if we can add commas or if we shouldn't add commas? Well, in the first example about my mother, that information was extra information. But in this situation, this information is really necessary information. We call it essential. So in some sentences, you're adding just extra description, but in some sentences, you're adding information that is really, really important, and you can't take it out. All right, let's try another. Most of the stores sell things. Now in this case, most of which stores sell things? I think all stores sell things, but we want to make a more specific point here. So let's say most of the stores that are on this street sell things that we don't need. Now in this case, we're talking about two specific things. The stores that are on this street, that group, and things that we don't need. That's a group of things. If we want to shorten these, we can say most of the stores on this street sell things we don't need. And it's common to take out words like that, or which, or who, when we can, when it's possible. Did you also notice we use no commas? Right? And we didn't use commas because if you take out these adjective clauses, most of the stores sell things, the meaning is not clear. That means we need these adjective clauses or adjective phrases. And because we need them, we shouldn't add commas. Let's try another one. One professor teaches the class. She is having a baby this year. And we have two sentences. We want to combine them. So let's try it. The professor is having a baby this year. Which professor? We need more information. Let's add it. The professor who usually teaches it is having a baby this year. Right, now we have an action that the professor does. If we try to take out the word who, we say the professor usually teaches it. That's complete. But then we say is having. We have two verbs, right? Teaches and is. But we only have one subject. So now it's a problem. Instead, we need to add that who usually teaches it. Right? In some situations, we need that who. In some situations, we can take it out. Let's try another one. I signed up for classes. The university canceled one of the classes. Now we have two sentences and they both have classes, classes. We're repeating. So maybe we can change that. Let's try it. The university canceled one of the classes that I signed up for. What are we describing? We're describing classes and we're using an adjective clause to do that. Now can we take out the word that? Is the meaning still clear? Let's try it. The university canceled one of the classes I signed up for. This one works. And it works because we know already that we're describing classes and the meaning is totally clear. So we can do it. Okay, so we have 24 lessons. In our lesson today, you're going to try some of this and practice it because we have a lot of strange rules and really difficult kind of challenges. But first I want to review. So last time we did lesson 21. And today I want to review a little bit. Of course, you've forgotten some of the information from lesson 21. You need to review a few times. And we have activities that are going to help you do that on our site. So it's really important to view those today. We watched a video last time and I asked you guys to write a paragraph about the video. So I got a great example and I want to talk about it today. I only included some of it today in the video. Let's read it. Coyote extended a false new road separately from roadside to mountains to mislead roadrunner. Okay. Now, separately from roadside, that was a little bit confusing. I might say separate from the roadside, and we say the roadside because it's just one side, to the mountains, to mislead roadrunner. Then he drew a nice three-dimensional tunnel, which looks real. That's a great adjective clause, right? What we're practicing today. On a hill's wall, and waited for roadrunner at the entrance. And I say the end of the tunnel because there's one end, the end. Now this is great. We say at the entrance. We're using a preposition and an object. For roadrunner, again, preposition and an object. And it's a great way to describe places. We talked about that because we're doing adverb clauses and adverb phrases. Once roadrunner ran fast and passed Coyote, that's time, he ran into the tunnel. But Coyote had planned to make sure that he grabbed him. Now here we need a comma. When we use but, we're using a comma and a conjunction to connect two independent clauses. However, when Coyote wanted to go inside of the tunnel, he crashed to the wall. Here I'd say crashed into the wall. Kind of strange, we say into, even though it's not inside, but we say into. So great examples. This is a great paragraph. And if you didn't send one last time, you could send one today. We have a new video. We also had a speaking activity. So students recorded their voice and told me about this picture here. You can see a snake inside a man's car.
In this picture, when seeing a big python in a car, a man got shocked. When the man locked his car, he might be forgot to close windows of his car, so the big python got entered into his car. When seeing the big python in the man's car, other people are also shocked.
All right, and I appreciate this recording. It was a great job. I like this. In this picture, you could hear a pause here. When seeing a big python in his car, that's a time clause, right? An adverb clause like we practiced last time. A man got shocked. Now in this part, we can practice our rhythm. So when we say a man, that should be strong. Got should be weaker. Right? A man got shocked. And we can practice that up and down. When the man locked his car, this one should be locked with ed because it's past. This is a great time clause, right? We need a pause here. He might, now might be, should be past. So we say might have forgotten to close windows of his car. So we say close the windows because it's one specific group of his car. So the big python, I say entered. We can use a past verb into his car. And this was great. We can squeeze these words, right? Into his car. We don't say his, we say is. Into his car. When seeing the big python in the man's car, other people are also shocked. Now is this past tense or present tense? Now here it was got shocked, but here it's are shocked. So we should match those. Overall, a great recording. If you didn't send it today, record your voice. You can send it to me, I'll review it, and I'll send you an email with my advice. Okay. So, today's lesson 22. We already practiced a little bit. I told you how to use commas in adjective clauses. I told you about if you can remove which or that. And sometimes you can. I told you about moving a preposition to the beginning. These are complicated rules, but with some practice, you can use them in your writing and speaking. So today you have 5 sections. Review, learn, practice, create, 100% review. All of these parts are going to help you learn these skills and practice them, use them. So in today's lesson, we're going to look at a picture. I'm going to ask you to describe this picture and record your voice. What happened? Why did this kangaroo attack this person? We don't know, but I want you to tell a story about it. We're also going to watch a video, and I'm going to ask you to write about this. It's a video about bed bugs. So you're going to learn information, and then you're going to present that information. And I'll give you advice about your writing. We also have a 100% review section. In that section, we have a new song. So you can listen to a song, and it's kind of a listening test because you can see if you understand the lyrics. Then we're going to talk about conditionals, unreal conditionals, and real conditionals. Some grammar from last time. Let me show you our site. When you go to our site, you're going to see lesson 22 here, and you'll see review, learn, practice, create, 100% review. All those parts that we talked about. You can also sign up for our newsletter, and I'll send you more information when we have a new lesson. And go to our Facebook page, new activities, review stuff, Twitter, YouTube, subscribe to our channel. All of those things are going to help because I'm going to send review activities. So good luck with it. Hope to see you guys next week, and have fun.